Telekinesis is presence. Think about this sentence for a moment. Because I get a very deep sense that a lot of people think that telekinesis is some kind of skill, some kind of activity that you just have to practice enough to get. And although it is partly true, because you need some kind of knowledge, some kind of understanding, most importantly about it, you will not get it just because you practice it. Because the most important fact about telekinesis and about practicing it is that, and remember this because it's the crucial part, telekinesis is an in-moment activity. Meaning, as long as you're not present in the moment with activity, as long as you're not doing it in a present moment, you're not gonna do it. You need a meditative mindset for that. That's why it is recommended to meditate before practicing telekinesis, because it puts you in a present moment, because it is crucial to be present while doing telekinesis. That's why I would say that the right kind of state of mind, or rather how to get yourself in this state of mind while doing telekinesis, is to ask yourself a question: where am I? Who am I? What am I doing? Because that puts you in the moment. It puts you in where you are right now. And although telekinesis is a spiritual practice, a practice focused around being in your mind kind of thing, in your head kind of thing, because you need, in a sense, some kind of visualization and focus, I think that it is absolutely crucial to be present physically. Because if you're not connected to telekinesis in a physical way, if you're not feeling the environment, if you're not feeling the presence of where you are, if you're not feeling the presence of an object, if you're not feeling the presence of yourself and everything around you right now, if you're not feeling the energy, like if you're literally not feeling the energy around you in a physical form, it's gonna be probably more difficult for you to accomplish telekinesis. But the physical part, let's leave on another video. But in this part, let's focus on presence. Because I believe that telekinesis is a completely in-flow practice. That's why in many of my videos, I have been repeating that telekinesis cannot be focused. You cannot come into practice of telekinesis with a mindset of expecting a result. Because the effect, the definition of telekinesis, which is moving something, it is only an effect. But the telekinesis itself and doing it is focused entirely around actually being in the moment with practice itself. And as I explained in my other video, the point of telekinesis is not moving it, but a connection with an object. So that's what the whole flow and the whole practice of telekinesis is about. It's about connecting to something, connecting to a present moment, connecting to everything around. It's connecting physically, spiritually, and mentally to everything around, which in my opinion is an absolutely amazing practice to train yourself to be more in the moment, to enjoy the present moment in your daily life. Honestly, I feel like telekinesis is such a beautiful practice. I feel like there is so much to it and so much we can learn from it, especially if we reflect on it, if we reflect on what it wants to teach us. And that's why I feel like it's so worth to learn it either way. If you have like a reason behind it or not, it's still a spiritual experience. It's a experience on all of the levels. It's a manifestation of all of the dimensions we as a human being have. And I feel like it's so beautiful, okay? And I don't know if I will ever stop making videos about it, because there's literally no end to talking about. There's no end to defining it and redefining it, and finding new pathways through it, and new understandings. And I think like the presence in this practice is one of the most crucial things, because without presence we will not accomplish telekinesis. So we have to be present, which, mind you, doesn't mean being realistic. It doesn't mean you have to stop fantasizing. It doesn't mean you have to stop visualizing and manifesting. It just mean that you have to be connected to your current place where you are. You have to be connected with your reality at the moment. If you're not connected to reality, you cannot affect it in any way. You have to be connected to it first, and then you can work with it. It's like a dance with reality. It's like a dance of energy. It's like a dance of you and all of the material stuff that surrounds you. Because I feel like there's such a misconception in a spiritual, mindset and everything that is being said about it, about how the material is bad, and in a sense, of course, it's very shallowly explained right now, but what I mean is I feel like there's a lot of stigma and material stuff, and we have to focus about what's in our soul and spirit, and that reality is a simulation. But like, we live in reality, we live in material stuff, and the material stuff are nonetheless amazing. It's amazing how everything has a way of a consciousness, in a way. That's at least how I label it. That's what has a specific meaning to me. But it's amazing how everything has consciousness, that everything can store energy, that everything can transform and retransform and be redefined and defined again. And how amazing it is to connect with reality, how amazing it is that we have senses, that we can touch, that we can hear stuff. It's all physical. All that we experience in the material world is physical. The vibrations we hear are physical. Voice we speak is physical. The way we see is also perceiving the light, which is physical. The photons are physical. So I feel like unless you are connected to reality and you accept reality as it is, that you accept and love whatever surrounds you right now, I feel like unless you don't actually accept it and love it and integrate it with yourself and your life, I feel like it will be also difficult for you to do telekinesis in whatever it means to do telekinesis, because telekinesis for me is like definition of very many things, and for me it really explains a lot about life. And I feel like the study of it is even more amazing than actually doing it, and I don't feel like people actually realize that. So for example, if you're a person that is very disconnected from the reality, maybe depressed, I feel like it's a very amazing exercise to get reconnected, to stop dissociating or derealizing from reality, because I used to be also this type of person that used to treat reality as a joke. I was derealized all the time. I was dissociating a lot from everything that surrounds me. Of course, there is a valid reason why that happens, and I encourage you to discover that a lot if you're struggling with those type of stuff. But I believe that telekinesis is a great practice to actually overcome it, or ever redefine how you see reality and connect back to it, to connect back to the moment. And I really encourage everyone, regardless if they want to practice telekinesis or not, to reflect on the meaning of it, to reflect on definition of it, and then understanding, most importantly. But either way, all I wanted to say in this video is that telekinesis is an in-a-moment practice. You cannot do it without being in the moment. It will never be only an effect, which is the moving. The whole point of telekinesis is connecting, and connecting can be done only in a moment. You have to connect to an object, and to be present, to connect to it, to be in a moment, you have to be also present in reality, in a physical reality, which is very crucial. So to sum it up, telekinesis is in a moment practice. That means You have to be in a flow and you have to be present. And to be present, you also have to be connected to a physical reality and everything that surrounds you. So if you want to do it, snap out of your head, snap out of whatever is happening in your life, and snap into the reality right now. Connect to everything that happens right now, okay? Be in a moment. Observe every phenomena that is happening right now at that moment where you're trying to do telekinesis. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped, and have a great day as always.